Hi folks, here we are doing something a little different. As you know, we're called Doll Off Antiques, so we also do antique shows. So that's what we got here, our general flea market and the antiques. You'll see advertising signs, you'll see an occasional car part or an old bicycle or something, but it's a little out of the norm for our normal videos. So we're gonna get into these a little bit here and there. And so this is in Walnut, Iowa, and it's a few of the main streets. They get about 300 vendors, and they get 20 to 30,000 people through here. As you can see, it's pretty busy. It's a 3-day event, and we're gonna do a little walk around, show you what we can find, and at the end we'll show you what we bought, if anything. Thank you. Well, we're gonna start in this aisle here and see what we can find. This is Atlantic Street here, and we'll show you some of the prices. Some of them you can probably read on there, but you know, we can't obviously show prices on everything, but give you a rough idea of what some of this stuff is. Now this is strictly an antique show. They discourage reproductions or newer stuff, but you do see a few here and there.
25.
But yeah, like this stuff here, you'd see more collectible stuff, but there is a good percentage of antiques anyway. 42 on that 3 gallons, got a little hairline in it. Have a nice DeKalb advertising there. It's hard to see in the shade, but nice DeKalb piece. These are kind of cool. 15 bucks a piece. DeKalb hats. So you're in the Midwest, so you see a lot of farm related or tractor, seed company advertising, stuff like that. Cool little metal ice box there. Called the Crystal.
No price. It must be a good
right
deal.
there. Don't see a price on that one, but
How much is it?
there's a cool game here. Gunsmoke. Kind of a knockoff, it looks like. I don't think that's official Gunsmoke, but pretty interesting game there.
You better get it. You ain't gonna find it.
This is an automotive related piece. It's a steel toolbox to go on the running board. I don't know if that's factory made or homemade. It's 50 bucks. But it's kind of cool because it's a thin toolbox you could put on the running board. So you do see a few automotive things here or there, but lots of tins, advertising tins. Some old, some not so old. You get a lot of decorative stuff too, like garden items, farm related stuff that are just decorative. Buckets on a chain there, 20 bucks. 5 bucks a piece on those. A couple funnels, 10 bucks. As you can see down the street, it's pretty busy down there, so we'll keep walking up this road. Ice cream or lemonade vendors are probably selling a lot today, I'm guessing. It's kind of a cool spool cabinet there. It looks like it's been modified some over the years. I don't see a price on it. It's got glass top drawers. Lots of lamp parts here. 15, 20 bucks on those shades. Sconces for 115 a pair there. There's a little fire truck. That's kind of a cool one. 250 bucks. I think maybe a Turner, but I'm not positive. There's some more toys here. Structo dump truck. This bus is pretty cool. That's a pre-war. Looks like pre-war Japanese tin, I'm guessing. 47 bucks. But it looks like it's been straightened out at one point. I don't know. Repainted, I guess. Otherwise, that would be a good one. 78 bucks on the Wyandotte crane there. There's a little Structo toy hauler. This is kind of cool too. I've got one of these at home. Little cab over, made from rubber, Auburn rubber. Mine has a trailer on it, but that's a good piece. Look at this silk cabinet, they call it. $275 on that.
Like some shingles. Her house was half gone, and the house beside her was left flat.
Yes,
So,
it's hard.
it is.
That's hard.
220 on you.
Videoing.
I am.
Well, I charge you.
You're going to be famous now.
I don't think so, buddy. I don't think I'll ever be famous.
Got 220 on the for the springs, I guess. Different drawers on there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Hell, a lot of people look at that.
yeah, that's pretty nice. This is nice too. Tees. $195 on that
Yeah,
one.
I'd do better though.
Yeah,
I'm in a dealing mood.
good. Well, I'll tell you, for me personally, it's kind of fun to come to a antique show. We've set up here selling some stuff, and I haven't set up at an antique show because we're doing the swap meets and car stuff for probably 20 years or close to it, and we've been doing pretty good, so it's a good sign. We'll take you through our booth at some point here. This guy's got some cool signs here, like the speed limit 25 with the glass jewels on it. He's got a railroad with glass jewels there, 1900 on that one. Got a nice stop sign too. I really like the street signs or old route signs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of collect those.
Done it a few times, and I'm more than willing to do it. Someone usually
There's a nice little
caused great pain.
Wyandotte
Someone
toy there
else a lot
with the
of-
trailer. So he's got some really nice stuff in there. City service. I like this too, the diamond here with all the glass jewels in it. That's nice.
This guy.
This one's got kind of more modern
We haven't got no official.
stuff here with pocket knives. They do have a license plate top there. That's kind of nice. Probably a 50 star. I don't know. But there's a flag on there. Maybe I'll ask him what he's getting for that. Check it out here. This is kind of cool. I had a lot of air tanks or oxygen tanks that are off of like World War II or era airplanes. This one's 55 bucks. That's a smaller size than most of the ones I've seen. Kind of interesting though. Get over to the other side of the group here. So you do get a mix of flea market stuff and things like that, but there is a good percentage of antiques here, which you'll see as the video progresses. So just keep an eye on what we're doing. Stay tuned.
Are these your maps, sir?
Yeah,
How much
three.
for a map?
3 apiece.
There's a nice Steelcraft Zeppelin there. $4.95 on that. $4.25 on that race car. There's the Rock'em Sock'em robots back there. See lots of little stuff in these cases. Kind of hard to get it with the reflection of the sun there, but do the best we can. There's a piece of blower for a blacksmith forge here. Got $175 on the water pump. It's kind of a nice one. We got some kids selling water there.
Ice cold water, 2 for $1.
Also got a wisecracker over there trying to undercut him. Model T radiator over there. There's the top of an oak Hoosier cabinet there. Just the top piece.
My rumors there's a cigar burn. Yeah. And that's one that's on my wall. I like that one.
Rocking horse there for $2.95. Nice oak dresser here, tall one. $150 with a mirror. Little bow to the front of it. $35 on that suitcase there.
I ordered one of them phones like that, rotary dial.
Lots of cool stuff if you look through everything. Look at the old boxing gloves there.
Not much,
A lot of old pennants here
Let's do that.
in various places.
You make home.
There's Virginia City, Montana, Nebraska, Idaho. Some of those are kind of fun. I've got some South Dakota ones that I've collected.
The what?
We've had a guy that keeps asking for fishing stuff. There you go, look at the hooks right there. That's a nice little box. There's all kinds of fishing stuff in these tackle boxes here. Now, I don't know a lot about fishing stuff, so
Good, man.
I can't tell you too much about them. But there they are. This guy's got a lot of signs here. $2.25 for the hustings, it looks like. New old stock. Still got some paper stuck to it.
Never seen one of those before, but yeah, thank you.
Got a nice Skelly sign here, porcelain. $29.50 on that. This ice cream sign is nice too. $3.95 on that.
I have some similar. Mine are wooden
Okay,
here.
yeah. I don't think it's, I mean, like you said, Bakelite is probably related. Or
I was
unless they
thinking
had it and they didn't call it
bone.
Bakelite.
Cool little
I was thinking bone, but
international promo.
heavier.
$45.
Okay, I'm gonna think about
Look
this.
at all the lunch boxes here. $45 on Dale Rogers.
I thought so, yeah.
Couple spice cabinets. Those are nice with the all the spice names on the drawers. $1.95 on that one. Here's a little spice box too. Tallware. $110. Get out on the front of his booth. He's got lots of signs here. There's a nice gargoyle. There's some rust on the edges. People like that now. They didn't used to, but they do now. $9.50. Like the Quaker State bubble sign. Looks like $5.50 on that one. Pure oil. $8.75. That's a double-sided porcelain with some damage. There's a spool cabinet for $3.25. It's one of the ones with the desk top on it. All kinds of thermometers there. 300, 400, 500, depending on which one it is.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing at the time. My name on it.
All kinds of cans. This is a nice one here. City Service Trojan, $1.15. Here's a rocker can like what I collect. Wadhams,
I didn't see those wheels when I...
$3.95 on that one.
Oh,
Condition isn't great, but not easy to find them.
you can stay there. He's offering 60 that inside.
With big buddies here, you're 75.
$5.95 on the Dyna Fuel.
We can still be buddies, right?
Yeah.
We'll do 70.
I didn't notice the front wheels when I asked her about it.
Oh. Okay.
Hi, Jeff.
Okay, thanks.
This is kind of cool here.
Yeah. Still buddies.
Union 76 plastic. It's a Dodge truck too. Really a good scale model of it. I don't know that I've seen that before. That's a fun toy. It's a ride-on apparently. Got a steering wheel on the back of it.
Longer than they were before, and you know.
This is cool too here. McCormick Deering.
So
$2.95 on that pottery piece. $2.75, $2.95 on those jugs down there. And we'll jump over to this side of the aisle. Boy, this is a big booth here. All kinds of stuff.
So, yeah.
And I'm sure at a place like this, there'll be people telling me, oh, you didn't look at this, you didn't look at that.
I mean, that's
I was
not
interested in this, but there's just way too many different categories of stuff to go through. So I just kind of scan over it and look at that mailbox there, 17 bucks. And I talk about the things that I either know about or have interest in. And just like everybody else, I don't know it all. And I'm not interested in it all. So everybody has their own things they want to look at. Like the danger, high voltage tin sign there.
That's actually probably one of the cheapest ones I've seen.
There's some more toys in here.
My Emmy's face. That was that jug.
Red line case, just an empty case, so. Look, there's Pee Wee, 22 bucks. Excuse me. Look at all the coffee cans there. Hill Brothers, Butternut. There's the Players Navy cut, 25 bucks. $37 on the Texaco truck here, but it's missing quite a few parts, the fire truck. We'll jump up to the next space here. There's a big heavy pulley there, 65 bucks. You know, I hope we can do some more of these antique shows and general flea markets and stuff. So, you know, if you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe. Give us good comments. You know, share these posts on Facebook and stuff for us. Get us ahead a little bit with that kind of stuff.
You never know if you scrape it, you know?
That's right.
But definitely give good comments. Give thumbs up. All these things help. These are 25 bucks a piece on the little press back chairs there. Cheap enough.
And did it come out pretty good?
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'll text him back.
Not bad.
This is kind of cool here. I don't know what it is. It's got like a plastic material double horns there for 10 bucks. I don't know what that is, but kind of interesting. Oh, here comes the waters again. Blanket made in Ireland there, 45 bucks. $2.45 on this one. Seen a few of these around here. The desktop, you can flip up the top. Spool cabinet, got 6 drawers. And they have an inkwell there. And you can see a lot of times they get ink staining around the inkwell. There should be a little backsplash on there too that's missing. There's a minnow trap there, 65 bucks for the tin wire minnow trap. Well, like we said, this is along the streets of the town here, so they shut off a few streets and have this down there. This one's 3 1/4. So it's a good deal for the town. They've been doing this for a long time. That's a Murray Fire Chief, dip side champion. They're 3 1/4, nice original paint. There's some cast iron implement seats there. 65 on a black one. A nice prop here, wooden one, $4.95. This is kind of interesting here. 120, nice crock right there, pottery piece. Here's a hog oiler. You see these on rural areas. Those are usually pretty popular. There's different brands of them. So some of them can be worth more than others. There's some baskets here. Let's see, this is kind of a nice twisted wire basket, 32 bucks. Give you a good view of that one. See how the edge is all twisted up there. Pretty cool basket. You know, doing so many car parts and stuff over the years, it's interesting for us to see the antique market, and you can buy some pretty nice stuff for what I would consider cheap, you know, a couple $100, or I mean, even if you're spending like 500 on a nice piece of furniture or something, it's something you can use. And with the car part world, that really doesn't get you too far. But when it comes to antiques, people act like that's a ton of money, but it, you know, it really isn't in today's market. Well, here's a windmill blade there, 60 bucks. The Harrison County, 60 bucks. Got some boat motors here. You see a lot of those in our general videos we do. Check out the pedal tractor here. This one is, looks like $4.75, I believe. Yep, $4.75 on that little International cast aluminum pedal tractor. I like the smokestack they put on there. It's even got the flipper on top. Pretty cool. Seen a lot of different gates and fence pieces around. That one's 75 bucks. It's a good size one there. 6-footer, I think. This is interesting, all made up out of railroad spikes, all welded together at the points. $3.95 piece of art. These saws are 60 bucks a piece. These baskets, 85 bucks on that buttocks basket there. These are kind of funny. Rock on right there. Handshake. Different hand signals.
And where's Seamus?
It got lost. It got lost.
What got lost?
There's some Oriental stuff here. There are dogs with mustaches on them there. 1,850 on those. That's something I don't know anything about. This is all Oriental. Look at the pottery. You can see the prices on them there. $185 on that one. There's a good looking lamp here. Reverse painted shade on it. It's $9.95. Look at the detail to the base. That's a good looking lamp. This Santa's pretty cool here. I don't know if he looks like he's cast metal, I think. See if we can get around here to see. I don't see a price on him, but he's pretty cool. Let's swing over this way and see what's in this space here. $3,800 on the statue. Here's a good looking table here. $5,500. I don't know if that's painted black or got a fume finish. That one could benefit from being lightened up. a little bit and refinished. $6.95 on the clock there. Another slide glass lamp there for $4.50. Look at the collection of stiff bears and stuff here, it looks like. Yeah, they're 50, well, the little one's 25, but they're 55, 65, depending on the different ones. Here's a big one here. That one's the most expensive one, $145. Nice old teddy bears, but those have, you know, a lot of interest and are very collectible.
So she got diagnosed with it 9 years
Look at the American Beauty wagon. I don't see a tag on that one, but you can see along the side there. It says American Beauty on there.
so long, and maybe it did some, but it's a horrible disease. And it just more.
A few more toys here.
Well, it has something to do with
Look at the old telephone. That's kind of cool. And $95 on the Tonka grater. That's a decent one, but the condition isn't the best on that. That's the thing with the antiques and old toys and stuff. You know, condition is everything. I did buy a nice clean Tonka. It's a generic dump truck, but it's mint. So I'll show you that at the end of the video, as well as some of the other stuff I got.
Well, you have for years. I mean,
There's some cool clocks here. It's a nice one there. Double dial.
if you're changing.
stuff. Yeah. We have more vintage Barbies.
Oh, the attack dogs are after somebody. We'll jump into this tent here, see what we can see. Oh, look at these heads here. Those heads are $7.50 a piece. Antique Buddha head. Not sure where they come from, but kind of interesting. $45, number 309. It's a glass piece with a metal back on it. This is $165 glass cabinet, but what that is a half of a side by side. You can see where they see the marks here where they cut the desk off the side. So that would be a desk on this side and a bookcase on this side combination, called a side by side. That one's been cut off. You'll probably see one that hasn't been later in the video, I'm guessing. Old iron bed here. Looks like it's got brass knobs on it. $2 1/4 on that. Two-drawer oak there, $165. And we see some oak furniture here. There's a table for $2,100. Robin's table. It's got a drawer on this end, been refinished. Nice set of chairs here. $1,600 on the 8 chairs. Look at these chairs here. They have like a serpent or something on the backs. So there's 4 armchairs and 4 straight chairs. $1,600, all refinished. Got some cool furniture in here. $28.50 for this stacking unit with file drawers and bookcase on top. I guess they're $28.50 a piece, either one of them. $8.50 for that 4-section back there. $9 1/4 for that hall tree. And see, there's a side by side like we were telling you with the other one with the desk bookcase combination over there. There's a good Smith Miller up on top here with the Freyhoff MIC truck. $15.50 on that one.
Boxes up there, so.
You got the box there too? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's the box for it over there. This is a cool box here too. Dovetailed corners, all nice old paint. $850. So that MIC has got the box with it. So that's a nice toy, good condition. Got all kinds of pottery and stuff out here too. Look at this cigar store Indian here, 2100. I've always wanted one of these, but I want to get one that I know is old, and you know, some of them are faked up and hard to tell what they are. We'll catch up with you down at the other end of the booth here. Got a nice 6-drawer tall spool cabinet there. Clark. It's $14.50. There's another lunchbox there. Walt Disney. That's the bus. $125. There's quite a few different Tonkas and stuff here. That one's a custom in the back. This is $4,500. Well, here's a big space with all kinds of stuff. We're kind of out on the edge here. You can see people picking up stuff they bought here. People are pulling up along the side. This is one of the main roads in. We are set up way down at the other end. These blow mold, lawn decorations for different holidays and stuff are really popular now. I guess I don't understand that market, but a lot of people looking for them. I've been to some auctions where they sell for quite a bit.
A lot of miles out here.
Got a lot of different garden decorations here and stuff. Mostly, that booth looks like mostly either reproduction or just decorative Mexican stuff. There's all kinds of lawn tractors, pedal tractors. Whole collection of them there. Some nice ones too. Little farmhouses and stuff. Yeah. Well, this guy's got some really cool stuff in this booth. Lots of signs. Here's a porcelain white rose. Got a lot of railroad stuff, and also toy tractors, pedal tractors, stuff like that. Got a whole traffic jam of pedal tractors here, mostly cast aluminum ones. Farmhouses and John Deere's. Got a cool race car here. Midget racer. There's a headlight bar there. I might ask him on that, see what the price is. I like the headlights. It's $285 on that 3-track sign. There's a porcelain REA for $125. There's some more pedal tractors here. This is a nice railroad, 4-way railroad lantern there. Got all kinds of pedal cars. Even got Casey Jones pedal locomotive there. Look at the old jailhouse doors here. Check these out. How'd you like to get locked up behind those bars? Kind of spread out there. It almost looks like you get your head stuck in there if you tried getting out. All kinds of pedal vehicles in this booth. And on the other side we have a lot of either reproduction or recently made garden ornaments and signs and stuff, but there's nothing really that old in that booth. Got some old iron wheels and stuff, I guess. And we'll jump across the aisle from here. Well, I asked him on the headlight bar, but it's $200, so it's a little out of what I could make something on. They're like 1940 Ford truck headlights or what they are, steel beam, which are okay, but they got some pitting on them and stuff, and you know, he's probably selling them more as a decorative item because I don't think he knows what they fit, and I'm looking for them for an actual part to put on the car, or on the truck, I should say. So anyway, we're a little off in price, but we'll keep going here. We'll find something else. I'll jump back into this booth. Look at these old brick molds. 20 bucks a piece. That's kind of cool. Mold your bricks in there. They're wooden molds, but good decorative items. Wood tub there is 169. There's a drive yourself car there is 495. I believe this is a Neff Moon. These are the kind that's made to change the bodies. That one's 395. You got the chassis and the hood and wheels. You can change 1, 2, 3 bodies there to whatever you want. Mix it up. Those are kind of a cool toy. $295 on the little Gerard coupe. There's a Smith Miller in the back there. This is a cool piece here. This one's $650. But the paint isn't the best. I have one of these. Mine's a red one. And this is a kind of a bluish greenish color one. Got a cool wagon there for $395. I like this wagon here too. This is nice. $265 on that one. Heavy teaming. The other one is called the Sheffield Coaster. So $395. What's this here? Relief pain. Make your selection here. Some sort of foot medicine display. Quite a few telephones here. $295 on that one. Double box. This is how you can put your battery in there. They ran off a battery back then. Or you know, a magneto as well. You could crank them and run them that way, but they didn't have electricity in the houses back then, a lot of them, so they're farm telephones and stuff. See a couple toys over here, we'll go check them out. I like the Wonder Bread sign there. Fresh baked goods. There's the old wooden butter churn there. So this one's a Sunny truck for $475, a dump truck. Got a pressed steel Buddy L locomotive there. That looks like it's $16.95. Got a tender locomotive and a couple cars. All kinds of nice cast iron mechanical banks and such. This one's here. That's cool. Punch and Judy bank. Right there, $5.95. William Tell bank, $6.45. Got the Trick Dog there for $8.45. Those are original ones. They do make reproductions, but those are the real deal. Nice tall bookcase there. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Got some nice stuff here.
All yours.
I'm sure it could be. This is a nice china cabinet here. $12.50. That's an unusual design on that. And it's got raised glass, or a bevel glass in the center section, curved glass on the sides. That's really cool. Unusual one. Got a collection of little coffee grinders here too. $12.95. $8.95 on the one on the end. Some cool stuff. Got some toys in there.
You guys need help, you'll be hollering. Okay.
It's kind of a nice pie safe here with the crackled paint. Let's see what the price is here. $3.95.
Where are you from? Glasgow.
This guy's out of Illinois. I'm all the way from Illinois to set up here. There's a little cylinder roll desk, kind of an unusual style on that one. $6.95. This is a nice piece here. This is $34.50. Looks like it's elm or something. It's not oak, but it's oak looking. And it's got some sort of wash bay in there, a copper piece in there. It's a sink cupboard, they're calling it, with a coffee deal here. Let's see. Is that under there? Oh yeah, there's a coffee grinder right in there. That's really neat. I don't know that I've seen one of those before. Looks like maybe a flour bin down there or something, pull-out bin. See another big coffee grinder here. This one's an Elgin, $18.95 is the price. It's been repainted, but it's still a nice coffee grinder. Anyway, he's got some cool stuff in that booth. This guy's $3,500 for the set here of these chairs. It shows you what people are into nowadays, though. Pretty cool. Here's a nice oak hall tree here. See what the tag is on that one. $14.75. Here's a ship's wheel. See what we got in the back here. Ooh, I like the ice box here. I saw one of these the other day on Marketplace. A guy had out in Ohio. We'll see what the price is. I'll ask him on this one, see what he says. It's got newer hardware, unfortunately. The one I saw online had the original hardware. There's a Smith Miller little dump truck, 3 1/4. There's a bunch more signs. I don't see too many prices on them here, but I'll show you what they are. The Royster's fertilizers is not much for the content, but it's a great looking sign. A couple red grounds here. I got one of those hung up in our house. Firestone tires, a pair of those, tin ones. This Exide battery is in real nice condition. That's a tin sign. Really clean. Got some cool stuff. Check out what he's got over here. See some automotive mirrors here. We'll check them out, see what they are. That's a cool can there. It's lard. Pikes Peak brand lard. These mirrors are not in bad condition. A little pitting on them. They're good looking mirrors. I don't see a price on them. Maybe I'll see if I can find out. There's a little gambling machine there, Lucky Strike. You get cigarettes out of there. Sparks is the brand. There's a Phoenix Agency Insurance, Brooklyn, New York. Nice little porcelain sign there. Don't see a price on it. We'll jump across to the next booth. Well, here's people picking up a desk here. This guy's bringing out a desk. So, you know, people that are telling you that furniture isn't selling, they haven't been to Walnut, Iowa, because I've seen a lot of it sold. Here's another one getting delivered. Like a sectional bookcase is what it looks like, a double wide one. So stuff is selling. We've actually done very well here. You know, the antique market is alive right here. Well, we'll come over here to this is the main street here, so we're going to walk down that. You can see how crowded it is down there. Pretty busy. Here's another closer video of a side-by-side, so you know, if you're not aware of what one is, it's a desk bookcase combination. That shows you what that one I was talking about earlier that was cut down. Well, that happens a lot. Seen quite a few of those that have been cut down. Checking out this Coke sign here. $1,500 on that. 2 tin signs tacked to some 2x4s, it looks like, but it's got a good patina to it. Well, we'll walk up this aisle a little ways. Got a bunch of bookcase parts here, stacking bookcase parts. Whole pile of those. I might ask the guy about those, and then I'll catch up with you here in a minute. Well, I did get a railroad lantern from the guy, but he wanted what I thought was a little much on the bookcase top and base. I mean, it's a good deal if you really need it, but I don't really need it. So he wanted $250 for a drawered base with a top. A nice original condition, but that's kind of cool. A Wyandotte bulldog there, sweater. It's got 1600 on the midget game there. Here's a little Abner band, 700 with a box.
You know, when you don't know what to do when you start. See, I've been hoarding things forever, and when you don't know what you do, you
There's
just
some cool sporting goods here, helmets and gloves, and
just a small suitcase.
this is a nice old mask here.
You know, I
$275 on that one.
had compartments in it, like a doctor's bag would be considered. So it's more like an overnight bag, or you know, not like today where we have to have 43 outfits. You know.
Another one with a wire cage on it. 300. We've got a few others there. Some headsets and stuff. Nice big brass bell there for 1100.
I've only found that one leg.
But it's definitely one of the two. I'd guess alligator. I think it's American made.
This guy does have some neat stuff there. He's got some of the big Japanese tin Cadillacs there, $250 a piece on them. Got a lot of people walking out with wagons full of stuff, so that's a good sign for people. Carrying stuff out that they've bought. There's some oak over here. There's a Davy Crockett playhorse right there. 130 bucks on that right in the box. Looks like you just strap it on and run around with it. And a two-piece bedroom set there, 3-drawer dresser and a bed.
No, I'm not kidding you.
3 1/4 on this little walnut dresser here with a oval mirror. Victorian.
It's funny.
$2.95 on the box here. Some diner stools. Varying prices. $75 on the one with the wooden top. Got a few people that set up stuff right in the yards here like this. If you happen to live along the stretch here, you got it lucky. You can just put stuff right out in your yard. Benefit from it that way. So this is like a yard sale basically along in here. Got a bicycle there, 75 bucks. 200 on the John Deere there, looks like it's been repainted. There's some more fishing stuff, fishing rods and things here. Some tackle box with a few things in it. Looks like more modern stuff there. Rugs, 125 a piece. Kind of a cool spool cabinet here, silk, 3 1/2. There's some advertising on the end of it there. 2 glass drawers and a wooden one. So this is right, as you can see, you just go down the sidewalk here. You're in people's yards, or you're out in the street there and you're in the official antique show here, or flea market. And we'll jump across to the other side of the aisle here. Oh, you talk about lunch boxes. Boy, there's a whole collection of them there. All kinds of lunch boxes there. Even got the fawns. From what I understand, he's going to be at Iola. Henry Winkler, 100 bucks on that one. Some of those are 25. I see one up to 150 for Fat Albert. That's Fat Albert there. There's Buddy L truck there, the big hydraulic dump, 165. Got a lot of holiday decorations here, Christmas and Halloween.
I'm ready to go.
Different types. Jump to this side, you got some thermometers. $2.75 on the crush, $75 on the snapper. A lot of toppers there, $65 on the Anarco. There's a motor meter here. We'll check this one out. Arrow meter. Oh, that's interesting. It's got an arrow that points if you're running too hot. 110 on that. Got the threaded base. That might be okay. I don't know. It's a junior series, but I haven't had that one before, so I don't really know much on that one. This guy's got a whole collection of thermometers here. 150 on the Royal Crown. This one's in nice condition here. Quickie. And a funny name for a soda. 185. 250 on Dr. Pepper. All kinds of them. That's some nice big wooden wagon wheels there, 200 a piece. Jump across here, see what they got in here. Lots of miscellaneous in here.
I made it. Well, I had to stop once. Okay, good. Didn't go parasailing with the big
34 bucks on that totem pole there. Kind of cool.
I put it on a garbage can about halfway down, and then everybody wanted
Look
to
there,
garbage.
Roy Rogers, Rodeo Days. Coloring book.
Maybe they wanted to buy it from you. Couple guys were
There's a Sweet Cuba. That's not too bad for 90 bucks. Sweet Cuba, big tobacco tin. I kind of like that. There's multiple different ones they paint on that same can. I always thought it'd be fun to collect a set. There's a Sweet Burley, a nice yellow one. There's multiple colors and couple different brands on them, so it's a fun thing to collect. That one was in pretty good condition for 90 bucks. All kinds of tins. Look at the coast to coast stores right there. And big Calumet 10-pound tin there. Even Popeye, that's kind of cool. Yellow popcorn, right in a little tin. There's the old school washing machine right there. Rapid washer, it's called. There's the handle. Well, we jump to the next booth here. Check them out. Got a McCall pattern sign there. It's a flange for 3 1/4, a little on the rougher side. This is really cool here. The old child's washing machine with the wringer on the top even. Clothes wringer. $2.75 on that. It's in good condition. $80 on a Skelly sign there. Boy, that looks like some trip to the outhouse right there. Don't think I'd eat one of those while I was on the road. Here's Guy's Nuts and Chips, 400. It's kind of a nice sign. Got some pitting on the top. Paint loss.
2 little 3D ducks at the bottom, and then
If you want to see any of these things closer up, just pause the video because, you know, there's hundreds of thousands of items. So for me to sit on every single item would take forever. So if you want to, just pause on the video and you can see what you're looking at.
That is a really writing machine right there.
There's somebody advertising the junk jaunt back there on that sign. This is a cool 20-inch plus 16-inch, it's called. It's put out by Coast to Coast. It's a Hummer bicycle. I'm not sure who made that for him, but it's got a little small tire in the front, bigger one in the rear, banana seat. $245 is the price. A motorcycle gas tank back there. Suzuki looks like. Here's another headlight bar. Apparently the antique dealers are into buying the headlight bars here. $150 on that one. Probably use them for decorative stuff like I mentioned earlier. Lots of glassware here. Pyrex. Let's look at the little Keystone shovel here. $175 on that. That's original paint, not too bad. Kind of a common toy, but that one's not in bad condition for the money. Some more primitives and stuff under this tent. We'll get into the shade here. Those wheels are 99 bucks a piece.
It's okay. Come on, baby. There you go. It's all right.
Here's a tin spool cabinet for $169. License plates. There's Naughty Nelly there. Boot jack. Cast iron. There's a Daisy butter churn, $119 on that one. And I'll hold this railroad lantern I got while filming. I always make the mistake of buying while I'm filming. I shouldn't do that because it makes it very difficult to walk along holding stuff without knocking into somebody or knocking something over. If I do that, I'll be buying more than one thing. You break it, you buy it, right? $4.75 on the cart there. A nice industrial cart with cast iron hardware and big heavy wheels on it. Yeah, this guy's got some nice Regina disc players, and he's got a nice Edison Home here. $750 on that one. That's a cylinder player. There's Thomas Edison there too. There he is, the man himself. See if we see any other prices on them. This one here is $695. $3,500 on that one. Here's the guy's card if you're interested. There's his information there. You can always give him a ring. Nice little trade machine there too. $850. Mermond music box back there with a table, $3,900.
Oh, that's a schmuck. That's over.
Huh?
He's got a lot of them. Some nice ones. $2,400 on this one. Carved oak.
No broken teeth. Yep.
Another one, the Olympia.
Even interchangeable, but I don't have
$3,500 on that one.
But if you could find some that size, which
There's
would
some nice
be
open
easy,
horn
I'm not gonna
phonographs
tell
here, $2,900.
you different, but if,
That's what I was going to
He's got some cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Like looking
He's got a bunch more of them under a tent here. These are all phonographs. It's a good looking cabinet right there. 5.5. Herzog cabinet only. $750 on this home. Edison. There's a Victor. $2,400 with the horn. Tin horn. Look at all the horns he's got back there too. You can look in his trailer there. He's got all kinds of stuff in there. This is a cool one here. It's a Regina phone 4900. Plays a metal disc. And it's an upright cabinet style.
Carriage.
These are good. Here, you know, a lot of people overlook these little, they think they're a little dresser or something, but they're for the cylinder records, and they're a good item. Keep an eye out for those. See that? 5.5 right there, just on that little, not the phonograph on top, just the cabinet. So you've got some cool stuff there.
There was a limited amount of them, and that's why they're so expensive today.
Yeah, you don't got to.
1.25 on the Marks
I collected.
toy truck there.
Yeah,
My daughter and I love that.
yeah.
This is kind of cool. This camel bank. It's a steel bank, cast iron, 150. 145 on the Griswold cast iron mailbox there. This one's got some clothing stuff over here, textiles. There's their business name there. If you're looking for that kind of stuff. Old clothing and textiles are very popular these days. There's a gauge cluster there for a Ford Falcon 150. And we'll jump up a little further here. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you get into glass. That's why I try to stay away from glass.
Well, that's what happens when somebody comes through a scooter and don't know how to drive it.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
Too fast. Why is this too fast?
How you doing?
Bump and run.
Hopefully the guy bought what he broke. Says the guy
Pretty good.
bumped into it with a scooter, but yeah, you get glass. You know, that's why I kind of stay away from glass. I'm just afraid to break it all the time. Plus, I don't know that glassware is a big seller these days. But things go in waves, and then, you know, there's different qualities and everything, but generally speaking. But anyway, that guy was sweeping up one that somebody broke for him. That's one thing I forgot to bring. I've had a game board like that. Right there, they've got one too. A lot of primitives in here. See the candle mold? That's a nice one. In a round shape, 125. There's some nice primitives here. These chairs are cool. Look at them. Got a figure on there. Set of 2. Let's see if I can read the price on there. Is the price down one of them or no? $350. Those are pretty cool. These rabbits are a little scary looking. Look at them. Well, we got some more oak over here to the left. We'll check it out. Sorry if I'm a little bumpy with the video. Like I say, I'm carrying some stuff here. We'll get under this tent where you can see it. Looks like mostly refinished oak. Yeah, you can still smell the finish here. Got some nice bookcases here. Double wide. Here's an oak hall seat, and that one is sold. Right there. Here's their name if you want to get a hold of them right there on the card. Hoosier cabinet, 3,400. There's a little cylinder roll oak desk with the bookcase top for 1,000. There's a nice secretary there for 3,000. Sectional bookcase here, sold on that one. So for all you naysayers that say furniture doesn't sell, oak doesn't sell, here's some of it selling right here. And these are retail prices on them, not wholesale. 3,500 on that one. Nice little lingerie highboy, it calls it here. That one's sold. $945 on this one. A high boy with a mirror. Another little lingerie chest there. That one says sold. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Another oak call tree there. $8.45. So that stuff is selling. And I got everybody telling me when I got stuff for sale, oh, that stuff doesn't sell anymore. Okay, just depends on your market. Depends where you take it. But I'm guessing, this is our first time here to Walnut. Judging from the prices I've seen on the oak and stuff, I think I'll bring in some next year. Get a bigger display of furniture and things like that.
Are you having a hard time blushing right now? Are you? I think
I don't really want to catch the end of that conversation. I don't know what that guy was talking about. There's a porcelain facade for a city service. That's really cool. The whole facade off the gas station there, all porcelain panels. I don't see a price on it, but that's really neat. Here's a gargoyle base. I've got a couple of these. $500 on that one. Threads don't look the greatest in the base. Would need to be cleaned up. That's for a lollipop sign. Here's a North Dakota Route 200 sign there. $375. Nebraska, it's been trimmed off on the edge for $150. Tire and battery service. There's a Route 81 sign. That one's $110. Oakland Township, wherever that is, $50. There's some more Halloween and Christmas decorations back there. A lot of that stuff is highly collectible, especially the Halloween stuff. They're really into some of these things here. There's jack-o'-lanterns and scarecrows and little plastic witches and stuff. That stuff's highly collectible. That's why you never throw anything away until you find out from somebody that knows what it is, what it's worth or whatever, because a lot of things that you don't think of in estates that they're cleaning out and stuff might not think much of it. Got the roof vent there for $250.
There you go. Thank you.
Let's get some cool advertising here. Look at the Overland pennant there, $60.
Pardon?
Oh, just looking at your stuff here. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any questions?
Sure. Look at all the big little books there. Even got little Abner on there. It's an interesting radio there with the molded face on it. Regulator clock here, missing the top door on it. $60.95 on the Buddy L.
There we go. At least the breeze will take it.
This is pretty cool here. Ride a bicycle with a Morrow coaster brake. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been trimmed off on the top. It's $350, display of some sort. There's a Diola dies there. It's been refinished for $2.25. Another pedal car here. Get out on the front of their booth here and see what we can find. Oops, I got caught on something there with my camera cord. Sorry for the bump. Another nice Zenith radio there. We got quite a few enamelware pieces here. $185 on that green pitcher. Some Watt. $75 on that one. Summer, Iowa. $125 on that pitcher there. There's the water people again. Bunch of license plates here. Varying prices, I'm sure. 12 bucks a piece on those tonnage plates back there. Those are kind of cool.
How much is that anyway? That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll jump over to this side here.
I do, I have one.
I want to check out this coffee grinder over here. Looks like a nice big coffee grinder. Check it out. Look at that one. Montana, looks like. 1958. Now this has been restored. That's a nice big Star coffee grinder or mill. Yeah, now we'll head down this way, jump over this stuff because we just walked over it. Go down along here.
I was pushing it down the stretcher, and then she's like, now the price.
There's a double horn there.
Anything else about the emergency?
50 bucks on the bovenol can. There's some of these Eveready cans are cool. I always like those with the old car on the front. It's like 50 bucks a piece. That doesn't seem too bad.
I'm pretty happy.
There's another one here too. Kind of a taller, skinny one. Prices don't seem too bad on those. Picnic area, $2.50 on that one. Stamped steel. Some Galaxy advertising in the back there, and Chevy in the front. 63 Chevy. There's a Chevy hood ornament back there. Those are fairly common though. This guy's got lots of cool gate pieces here. Some there, some back in there. Couple bicycles here. 65 on the Western Flyer. One on the back is 85, I believe. Looks like Montgomery Ward tag on the front. Hawthorne, maybe. Some Nebraska license plates. Here's another iron gate. That one's 95 bucks. These cans look like somewhere between 25 and 45 a piece, depending on what they are. Different co-op cans and stuff. There's a wind charger there. This guy here, I got some stuff from him earlier. I'll show you later on. A couple lights and things. I haven't really bought a lot here, but I've bought a couple little things. Well, as you can tell, it's hot here. And those water kids keep going back and forth. They're persistent. They're probably selling a lot of it though, and it's thankful that they are, because if you don't have water, you wouldn't be too happy today. Let's see what the price is on this tall chest here. $3.95 with the mirror. Have a nice looking one. Replacement hardware, looks like on it. There's a small hall tree here. See what the price is on that. $3.95 on that. And a small lightweight oak hall tree. $3.95 on that rocking horse there. You see they've got some interesting stuff in the booth.
An ice cream. Yeah, these are probably new too, aren't they? You know, that top looks like it should have been.
$3.25 for these file drawers.
It's this screen.
Yeah, I got tired of it.
There's some automotive window cranks and door handles there. Don't see anything too spectacular there. More license plates.
is always fun. Remember that I have a speaking
We'll get into this tent here, see what we can find.
and I have a
Big Murphy bed there, looks like. Oak one.
Look, I don't know if it ever had.
Those really don't sell for a whole heck of a lot because nobody's really going to use them today so much. 600 for that one. There's a walnut marble top drop well there. Victorian. 35 bucks on the Ranger. Right there, alfalfa seed. See what the price on this dresser is here. $3 1/4. An early dresser. Here's another pie safe. Now this one has tin sides on it, pierced tin sides, but it's wood doors. Probably the doors replaced at some point. $3 1/4, but you can see the tin sides. Nice primitive piece. Oh, I see some fog lights over here. We'll check those out. Mostly tractor lights and stuff, but we'll look through it here. I'll catch up with you at the next booth here. There's a whole traffic jam of toys here. 95 on the little Structo cattle truck. 89 on the Wyandotte shovel there. These are really catching on now, these later Tonkas here. That one's a car carrier for $125.
Did she buy it? Huh? Did she buy it? Did she buy it? The store straight. I don't know. Did you get it, Kimmy? Kim. Yeah, she's got it in her hand.
That's kind of tempting. There's a person selling pie here, but I haven't had lunch yet. Might have to come up and get a piece of that after I have lunch. Some more toys here. 150 for these 2 Tonka trucks each. 185 on the Steelcraft there, but it's got the wrong bed with it. 200 on the Mack truck. They get the stuff covered up from the sun. I don't blame them because the sun in those cases will really cook that stuff, you know, especially if you got anything plastic or printed stuff. It'll fade it. Plastic toys and stuff, it'll warp them. It'll do a lot of damage, all that sun. Look at all these. There's all these swings here. 5.5 on that one. 600 on this one. There's some different lawn chairs and stuff. These are different, mostly all lawn furniture in this booth. Kind of a cool road sign back here. We'll check that out. Main Street and Higby. Double street sign there. See what the price is. 115 on that double one. Look at all the tin ceiling panels here. Even the edges of your whole ceiling there. Nice oak bed there. There's a workbench. All made out of wood. That's a pretty nice piece. Kind of surprised to see the amount of furniture we've seen, but that's good because I like furniture and it's good to see it coming back a little, starting to sell again. I really don't understand why it doesn't sell better. I mean, it seems like the younger generations would rather buy some Chinese Walmart furniture and throw it away 2 days after you buy it because it's garbage, rather than a old piece that's quality made and will last for pretty much ever if you don't abuse it. Just kind of milling through here. Lots of miscellaneous. Oh, we got the Dukes of Hazzard here. We'll show you that. Dukes of Hazzard tray. Daisy, Bo, and Luke Duke in the General Lee, 1981. Coca-Cola thermometer here, 110. Get some paint loss. Now we'll jump ahead a little ways here. Look at these nice big cast iron urns here. Those are sold. That one had $3.75 on it. $3.75 a piece, and they're sold. Gives you a little idea of that market.
It's not that at all. I've got a split.
Someone's got a mishmash of antiques and advertising. Check out some of this A&W stuff is cool here. $2.40 on that one. I like that plastic one there, it's kind of nice. 4.5 on the Coke thermometer there. As you can see the price on some of this stuff. The old A&W mustard and ketchup there. It's kind of fun. You get a lot of A&W stuff. Well, here's another big primitive cupboard getting sold there. They're delivering that one. So this person's been doing some selling. You got rid of those big urns up there and got another pair here, but that stuff is moving. So I don't want to hear it anymore when I'm selling furniture that people aren't buying it. It's no longer going to be a negotiating tactic. Here it is selling for retail prices. Just got to be in the right market is all. Just like anything, you get anything to the right market, find the person that's looking for it. It's a lot easier to sell than it is trying to sell it to somebody that just wants to take it and quadruple their money off you. But I seem to attract a lot of those kind of guys. Look at the cut off fronts here, or rears I should say. This one's a rear, and I guess they all are rears here. I'll show you this one, 1,500 on that one. And we'll get forward to a couple more here. Just gonna show you that bread sign there is $4.50. There's an imported cart from Holland probably or something for $4.50. Back end of a Chevy cab there, $1,200. Made into a bench. And here's another back end here for $1,500. I think a Rambler maybe. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Nice big harvest table there.
We really cleaned the town up since then. Good. Good. Yeah, we'll make that offer.
$17.50 on the harvest table. That cast iron back there is $5.75, but that's a reproduction. I can tell it from 50 feet away. You got the Phillips screws on it and stuff. So not worth $5.75, needless to say. Now that's an old Steelcraft plane there, $5.95 on that. Been repainted, however. There's a nice old corner cupboard here. Check that out. That one's $9.50. Another small hall tree here, $3.95 on that one. There's a Bakery. It's got it etched into the glass there, $5.25. File cabinet here for $345, 3-drawer. Look at all the jewelry here. I'm not gonna walk through that because that would take forever, but all these showcases full of jewelry there. People milling through them, seeing what they can find that they like. You can see down there on the horizon is the end of the main street. Now this town up here, the next block, is permanent antique shops here in Walnut, Iowa, all year long. So you can check those out at any point you want. Now I get on the back side of this car here, minivan. This is kind of a classic itself right here, the old Dodge Caravan. I don't see those on the road very much anymore. They used to be everywhere. They sold a lot of those. But I wanted to see the bicycle here. It's a long tank, good looking bike, but needs to be all restored or just ride it as a rat rod bike. Price is $2.25 on that. But anyway, like I said, this town has antique shops all year long, and I've been to the antique shops here in the past. I think when I go to the Greenfield, Iowa swap meet, which I hope to go to again this year, as long as the tornado they had didn't destroy the whole place. I haven't got an update on that yet, but they did have a bad tornado in Greenfield. But anyway, we're gonna see what we can do there. But I think that's when I came to this town before Walnut and went to the antique shops. It wasn't during the antique show, but this guy's got some nice stuff here. $7.25 on the chair there. Look at this table, boy, that's highly carved. Good looking table. Here's another food stand here, funnel cakes. So we're at one of the main intersections in town. This one's got a lot of Crocs here. 400. That one's 500 right there. 400 on that one. Some of these you can just see the price for yourself here. If you want to pause it, you can. Just kind of buzz over them here. Look at the pickle jar there. That's cool. Pickles and canning. Here's another one of these. This one's got a glass cover on it.
Here's, I'm gonna go to the 18th.
There's some
So I have stuff for the rest.
Rockingham glaze stuff there. These are 20 bucks a piece on these two. $30 on the picture there. So here we are at the main intersection in town, and these brick buildings and stuff down this way are all the permanent businesses, and I think there's probably 15 antique shops in this town all year long, and it's always been a haven for antiques. I've heard of Walnut, Iowa, even when we were back east. So it's good to finally come here and see what it's all about. It's kind of a neat sign there for $7.25. There's a Ford dealer there, $800 on that one, from Iowa. It's got some cool measuring boxes there. There's a 15-gallon Red Wing there for $135. Prices on the Red Wings are all over the board. Just kind of glancing over this stuff so you can get an idea of what it is. These videos are not necessarily a thing to have it so you don't go. You know, you see everything on the video, so you don't want to go. These videos are kind of to give you a rough idea of what these places are like. So if you do want to go, you know, the thing to do is get out here and buy some stuff, get active, come here and sell stuff. This is what keeps the world going around here, what keeps this market alive. So, you know, I have hopes of creating interest in this kind of things with these videos, so that's why we don't show every little item or just focus on one thing or anything like that. We kind of glance over a lot of stuff. We'll show you a few prices here and there, and hope you enjoy the video. I'm just going to glance over here. There's a Studebaker pickup box trailer there. Still got the Studebaker tailgate on it. That's kind of something right up my alley there. However, that's not part of the flea market here. Just parked along the street. I don't know if it's one of these flea market vendors maybe that used it or whatever, but it does not look like it's for sale. Another coffee grinder there for $6 1/4, good size one. Look at the McQuay Norris piston rings back there. That's a cool sign. There's another nice railroad lantern there. Boy, here's a big cabinet. $1,950 on that one. A little tall one. Must be 8 feet tall or so. See, here's some of the storefronts, the Antique Emporium here. Kind of glance over the buildings for you, in case you want to come to Walnut. Even just on an everyday, you come here to the antique shops, see what you can find. Getting back here to this bed, it says sold. Good looking bed. That was 50 bucks. It says sold, that was cheap on that. Way cheap on that bed. $175 on this side by side. That's a good deal. Kind of a lighter weight one, but not much money. Anyway, looks like they're pulling the stuff out of here, so you can probably stop here and find this stuff if you're interested. Except for the bed, that one's already sold. I'm sure they have other deals for you. The old stroller here. Check the price on that, and I'll back up and show you what it is. $160 on that. 50s one. Get out here on the street again. Oh, here we go, some automotive stuff. There's a Packard grill and a Mercedes grill there. I don't see the price on them, but there are a couple things here. I saw this hood ornament earlier, and I'd be buying it if it wasn't. The front edges broke off it, but that's a 47 Chevy Deluxe ornament, $125. Buick emblem there, but that Deluxe ornament, those hood ornaments are so heavy, the front edge of them is a lot of times cracked. That one's broke right off. Because that one has good chrome. I mean, it's not all pitted or anything, but it's broke off on the front, so that kind of limits what you're going to get for it. Step under this tent here. There's the old butter mold there, 60 bucks. Coca-Cola tray there. These little dancing figures here, 14 bucks for the pair. A lot of garden, yard decorations here. $145 on that post right there. Look at the Larkin desk that somebody painted years ago. Took the interior out, made it into a bookcase. Anyway, there's a Larkin desk there that's got the crackle paint. Somebody took the interior out years ago. $235 on that. No interior, no lid. It's got some old crackle paint on it. Spruce has some nice furniture and things. You got 3 1/4 on the sad face pedal car, $275 on the Fire Chief. There's a Herrick 4-door or a 3-door oak ice box, $275. That seems like a good deal. Oh, bless you.
guys got me turned up. Now I'm scared bullets.
Everybody around here.
$4.50 on the cylinder roll desk. Real nice in the bottom. Kind of loses at the top, but you could fancy that up with something. $3.95 on the all tray there. That's a good deal for that. This one's got lots of small signs and advertising pieces. And some oyster cans. I've had that one before. Those are popular. Some toys here. Here's a little buddy old scarab. Check that one out. Price. Paint's bad on it. $135. Rifles there. Oil cans. $65 on a Tidal. Anarcho. $95.
Well, and no matter how you try or how you
There's a bunch of license toppers and some plates here too. I've had this one before.
until he takes.
In fact, I think I still got it. 45 bucks. I don't know how old those are though. They don't look so old when you have them in hand. And some crates full of stuff. Rougher toys and things. Well, I'm gonna skip to the next booth. We got all kinds of Crocs and stuff here. Look at the 50 gallon there. That's 5,500. That big one on the ground. I don't think I've ever seen a 50 gallon around where I am anyway. Some real nice jugs and Crocs. Look at this one here. That's a good one. Aberdeen, South Dakota too. 1,200 on the one on the left. 1,700 on the one on the right. There's a building here full of signs and stuff, so we're gonna take a little step in here and show you what there is. Looks like some cool stuff in here. Get in here out of the sun.
Had Jim on this one, another lady wanted to buy that, so same damn sign, bronze.
Nice spotlight there. Montgomery Ward. $27.50 on the city service. $3.45 on the Ford antifreeze. $42.50 on that one. My dad used to have one of these. This is a cool sign here, Dodge Plymouth, $4,900. Look at that. These signs, like these dealership signs, you know, I don't know how many times I've said it, but they used to be $800, $1,200, $1,500 when I was younger. Now they're so much more money. It's amazing. We had this one at one point. That one's $2,000 with some damage. That actually probably isn't too horrible. Nice big Kaiser sign. I've got one of these mobile signs right now. Right there. That one's $2,000, $19.95. It is a cool place though. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So this, I believe, is a permanent operation here. So if you're interested in it, come down here to Walnut. Antique Drive, I believe it is. It's the main street in Walnut here. There's a Star car sign there, $1,200. Step in the back room here, see what there is. Yeah, they got all kinds of them back here too. Coca-Cola button. Goodyear is $700, tin one. There's a large porcelain sign there. $29.50 on that. Got some cool stuff. So if you're interested in any of these, come down to Walnut and check them out. $9.95 on that Dodge. Got some damage. All kinds of cool stuff. See, even got gas pumps in here too. Well, you can see off into the country there. That's the end of the main street. They got it barricaded here so people don't drive up here for the antique show. There's a few more antique shops and stuff around there. But from here we're going to jump back over to our aisle and finish this up over that way. So stay tuned and we'll show you what we got at the end too.
You're good? All right.
We're down here at the end of our street, so we'll work our way back up it. 125 on that Farmhouse grill. This is kind of a cool deal here. They have the old hit and miss engine making ice cream. Check it out. Step over to the back side here. You can buy a root beer float or ice cream. That's the old John Deere engine running the ice cream churn there. Pretty cool. We'll jump ahead here to the spaces and see where we're coming up on them here. More fishing stuff here. Bunch of fishing rods. I got barrels of them back there. Lots of fishing rods. I got some trunks here and toolboxes, tackle boxes, different stuff. There's some bells right there. 200 for the string.
Goddamn bad. Do you really? I do.
Jump over this side. There's a cool clock here. That one's $6.50. Got the Jolly Tar advertising on there. I've always wanted one of those, but that one's refinished. I'd like to find a kind of a clean original one.
His was a display.
Probably in the box.
Nice little oak desk.
Why are you sitting there making it down? I wish you had something.
Yeah.
A few different pieces of furniture along this van here. It's an unusual one there. Mostly refinished stuff. New hardware on those. This guy's got lots of postcards back in here. You can see all the boxes of them. Got quite a few toys here too. Little Mark's truck, 63 bucks. The Structo, 65. 68 on the little dump truck. Texaco truck, 125. There's a power shovel. That's the box only, 23 bucks. That's probably a good deal right there. For the power shovel, Lumar. You know, if you got a real clean shovel, you add that box to it, makes the price go up quite a bit. I'm sure you'd probably sell it for 20 bucks. Got a few signs and things along the top here. A couple rougher pedal cars here. 125 on the Jeep. Robin Hood back there is $5.75. That's a porcelain sign. Feels good under this tent. Nice little breeze. But we're back out in the sun. This guy over here looks like mostly reproduction signs and stuff in this booth. We'll skip ahead. We don't really get into the reproduction stuff very much. There's some more Red Wing and stuff. Those are $245 on the right, $195 on the left. More Red Wing there, $245 on the left, $185 on the right. A little chip on the lip there. Well, we'll jump up here a little ways. There's a triple angle lamp there. A couple jugs. There's a 29 South Dakota license plate. So all this stuff is for sale. If it doesn't sell here, you can get a hold of us. There's a nice tin there. Let me see if I can put my stuff down so I can move a few of these things so you can see what they are. There we go. Salted peanuts. That's a nice large tin. And we got all kinds of stuff in here. Got some cone top beer cans back there. There's a nice little Marks tractor, new in a box. Got some sterling in here. We've done well with the sterling here. Sold a few pieces of it. These are all sterling. Those are sterling handle knives. This is a nice mirror here. Remember the Maine. It's got Admiral Dewey there up on the top. Thompson here. It's a pretty cool piece. There's a nice Roseville piece there. Pedestal for a jardinier. So anyway, those are some of the things we brought. You can see some more of them out there on the tables. And to end this video, we'll follow up with what we bought here. And so stay tuned. We'll show that next. Okay, folks. Well, here we are, the last day. This is Father's Day Sunday here in Walnut, Iowa. Just to recap, we're going to show you what we bought. We don't really come here to buy. We come here to sell. But we'll show you a few things that we got. I got this cool oxygen tank. It's a airplane aviation oxygen tank, kind of a small size. They're popular for hot rods. Got a bike wheel and a lot of bike parts here. There's some early BMX stuff, and this is kind of a cool high-crested fender. That's aluminum. So I've got some cool bike parts in there. We did get that bike over there. That was a freebie. So, you know, if it's free, it's for me. There it is. Although when I went to ride it, the chain fell right off, fell apart. Anyway, this is some of the other stuff we got. Got kind of a nice railroad lantern there, bell bottom. Got this real cherry Tonka truck here. This is a generic Tonka dump truck, but the condition is really mint. Look at that. Just all original. That's never been repainted. I don't know that it was ever played with. Really nice. Yeah, we got Alex in the background here. He's talking. One of our boys. Got this Eveready can. It's kind of nice. Those have a LaSalle on the front. Got a Dodge Ram hood ornament. That's for a pickup truck. Got a Chevy hood ornament there. All right, so these are the Studebaker parts. I thought this was kind of cool. It's a horn ring, but it's got a nice enamel center on it. And we'll pull that center out, clean it up, because the horn ring's kind of trashed. But we got an ashtray, got a pair of taillights. Those are kind of cool with the bumps on them. So that's all 46 Studebaker stuff. There's a glove box door. There's the ashtray. There's another ashtray face. So that was stuff I got real cheap for a Studebaker car. Let's see what else we got here. Got a carburetor. That's a Kingston carburetor. It's got a pincher on it, pincher bug. So it's like a Model T style Kingston carburetor. Here's another Chevy hood ornament we got there, kind of a small one. I don't know if that's 36 or we're gonna have to do a little looking on that. I forget what year that is. Right around there though. Then we got some tail lights here. These are kind of nice 20s tail lights with glass lenses on them. That's a bigger one. There's a smaller style one. So we do well with those. Let's see, there's another, oh, this thing. Here's a cool light here. I don't know, that looks kind of big to be a cowl light, too small to be a car headlight. I'm hoping it's a motorcycle headlight, but it could be just a big cowl light. We're gonna do a little looking up on that. It's called the spread light. It's got the mount on either side. Could be a good item. Oh, and we got, this is a cool little, I think this may be for a tractor fender, but these are popular for rat rods or hot rods, those little accessory light. So I think that's all we got. So leave it to us to find car parts at an antique show, but that's what we did. And hope you enjoyed the video. We're kind of mixing it up. You know, we do antiques, general antiques, glassware, furniture, all that kind of stuff, which a lot of you might not know because we're always doing the car stuff. But we'll do a few videos of these antique shows too. We're going to do one in Minnesota at the Gold Rush days, so you can catch us there. And then we'll do all our other automotive ones. We're going to Carlisle, Hershey, Iola, all those. So, you know, if you like these videos, please subscribe if you haven't, and give us thumbs up, give us good comments. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next round.